In the heat-soaked winds of 1970s Uganda, where the Nile whispered secrets to the night, there lived a man who believed himself larger than the land he ruled. His name was Idi Amin, a soldier, a ruler, a storm wrapped in human skin. To his people, he was fear. To himself, he was destiny. In the stillness of his grand palace, long after the drums of power faded each night, Amin would sit beneath flickering chandeliers, staring at a portrait of a woman he had never met. A queen across the seas, a woman of poise, silence, and distant grace. Queen Elizabeth. The first letter he sent was bold, as all his thoughts were. Ink spilled across the page in uneven strokes, words bending and breaking like restless waves. My queen, come to Uganda. I will show you greatness. I will feed you a whole cow. You will enjoy all the gravity of fresh air. Idi Amin yearning. To the world, it was absurd. To his ministers, it was dangerous. To history, it would become a strange footnote. But to Amin, it was something else entirely. It was hope. Each telegram that followed carried more than mockery. Hidden beneath the humor and the jagged English was a yearning he could never confess aloud. He imagined her stepping onto Ugandan soil, her crown catching the sun, her laughter echoing through his halls. He imagined sitting beside her, not as a dictator, but as a man finally seen. I will marry you, he once declared. Together we will lead the world. In his mind, it was not conquest, it was union, a merging of two empires, two hearts, two symbols of power that might somehow soften each other. But oceans are not only made of water, they are made of difference, of silence, of things that can never meet. Across the sea, in a palace of quiet dignity, the queen read his messages with careful distance. She saw not a lover, but a volatile ruler. Not romance, but unpredictability wrapped in bravado. She smiled once, just once, at the sheer absurdity of it all, joking that she might defend herself with a ceremonial sword should he ever appear uninvited. And so she never replied. Days turned into months, months into years. The letters slowed, then stopped. The palace in Uganda grew quieter, though the echoes of Amin's laughter still haunted its corridors. One evening, as the sun bled into the horizon, Amin stood alone on his balcony. The sky burned gold and crimson, like a crown melting into the earth. For a brief moment, the man who had terrified a nation allowed himself to feel something fragile. He had tried to bridge two worlds with bravado and spectacle, masking vulnerability with humor and power. But some distances cannot be conquered, not by armies, not by titles, not even by a man who believed himself unstoppable. In the end, the Lion of Uganda remained alone in his kingdom. And somewhere far away, a queen continued her reign, untouched by the strange, tragic love of a man history would remember not for his heart, but for his shadow. Yet buried beneath the stories of fear and madness, there lingers a whisper. Even the loudest men can carry the quietest loneliness.